Spirited, starring Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds, just happened to hit Apple TV Plus this past weekend, and me and Maggie definitely sat down and watched it, checked it out, and I'll be honest, going into it, I knew next to nothing about this.
Yeah.
I had seen like a couple of photos from back in the day, like literally them being on like an old-timey road.
Yeah.
And then I also saw the TikTok of Ryan Reynolds doing the I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky. And then Will Ferrell comes in. It's fucking phenomenal. So based off of that alone, I was excited for this movie, you know. I even asked Maggie, I was like, you think that song will be in it? She's like, no. So I don't think we didn't watch any trailers, did we?
No.
I don't think we did.
No, and they released like a couple of like promos before, like the week before it came out. Them sitting by a fireplace and stuff.
Okay. I may have seen like things not in the movie, like just them talking about it or whatever.
Yeah.
But like I didn't know the style of music. I didn't know how much of a musical it would be. Like I knew there would be songs, but I figured it was just, you know.
I knew tap dancing was a part of it because I think in one of the promos they mentioned like, oh, we didn't learn tap dancing for nothing, you know.
Yeah.
We learned it for real.
Yeah.
And I mean, that kind of piqued my interest. I was like, oh, they learned tap dancing.
And I kind of like, I think I did know that it was going to be a version of Christmas Carol. Like I knew like it was a Scrooge situation, but I didn't know like, I figured it was just a modern retelling.
Yeah.
You know, I figured Will
like
Ferrell
Scrooged.
I figured Will Ferrell was going to be like all three ghosts and like it was just condensed into one character and you know, just be what was it, like the girls or the ghosts of girlfriends past.
Yes.
But you know, that's kind of where I was at with it, and I really didn't know much. Maggie, before we jump in, where were you at?
I was really intrigued because I mean, hello, it's Will Ferrell and Ron Reynolds.
Come on,
one more
do you
could
need?
you? Yeah,
you got the boner and the bony, you know.
God,
well, I'm talking about a boner is like a mess up,
and I mean,
oh, I'm such a bonehead.
God.
All right, enough boner.
Anyways,
boink.
Oh my God. Anyways, and I don't know, I was trying not to have my hopes up too high, but like I was very, very intrigued by the fact that they're in it and they're going to be singing, they're going to be dancing. Yeah. And I didn't really know much about the story. So, yeah, that's where I was at.
And then we turned it on.
Yep.
And now before we give any details away, let's not go into any details.
No.
Because I do think this movie works better the less you know.
Yep.
I mean,
I
at
agree.
least it did for us.
Yeah.
But I think if you do know some of the stuff about it, I think it's still very much enjoyable. I'll say that I love this movie.
Yes.
Like every moment of it was just a big smile on my face. The music was fantastic. I did not expect it to go as hard as it did. The fact that they really stuck to like a Broadway aspect.
Yes.
Like most of the sets are kind
very
of
wide.
Yeah, wide and
looks like a
flat,
stage.
you know?
Yeah.
Plenty of room to be able to dance on and stuff. And as far as the story goes, like I love this idea, and I'll go into more details in the spoilers, but I really love what they've done with the story this time around. It made A Christmas Carol feel new, which is insane given the amount of A Christmas Carols we've had. You know, I mean, like you said, Scrooged is obviously one of the big ones, but Muppet Christmas Carol, Flintstones Christmas Carol, the original Christmas Carol,
Mickey Mouse Christmas Carol.
And then, I mean, literally every show has done A Christmas Carol at one point or another, you know, or It's a Wonderful Life. That's the two that they usually go for. So, I mean, you know, honestly, when I heard it was like a modern Christmas Carol, I was not that excited. I was like, do we really need another one? Like, do we need another funny version? You know?
Yeah.
Like we got Scrooge. Do we really
need?
Yeah. And we do, because this is phenomenal.
Yes.
Honestly, the joy that you get from watching this movie, like, I haven't felt like a Christmas movie feel this heartwarming since probably Elf.
Yeah.
Like, you're watching it and you're just in a great mood. You know? Now, if you don't like musicals, if you just hate musicals, you're not going to like this movie. Okay.
No, you're not.
Now, I would suggest still giving it a shot because the music in it has comedy. So like it's not just like a straightforward musical, and it's not like Les Mis where everything that's said is a
depressing
song. Yeah, well, I meant like how they sing the entire show.
Yeah.
Like this is like
that's how Sweeney Todd was.
Oh my god, I can't stand that. So like this will like they'll talk and then they'll burst into song.
Yeah.
Music tonally wise kind of reminded me of as far as like the comedic aspect of it, reminded me of like the Buffy musical, like where it was kind of tongue in cheek a little bit. But sound wise, like the way the music went, it reminded me a lot of The Greatest Showman. Like it felt a lot like The Greatest Showman in the best fucking possible way.
Yes.
Like it was great. Some of those tap dancing numbers, just phenomenal. Holy fuck,
all the choreography was great.
Yes. And Will Ferrell, brings it.
Oh yeah, he does.
And so does Ryan Reynolds.
Yes.
Like they both fucking bring it. They sing and they dance. And I didn't know, like I'd heard Will Ferrell sing, in a funny way on different things, like Saturday Night Live, Anchorman, but I mean, to hear him actually
sing
legit, like he's a good singer.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds too.
Yeah.
Like, why the fuck aren't they in more musicals,
No, it's official. Deadpool 3, it's a musical.
Dude.
Please do it.
I mean, Hugh Jackman.
I know.
That's what I call him. I just call him Huge Jackman every time.
I know. We know, Matt.
I know. But yeah, like he's a musical guy, so just at least have one musical number in it. Like, how funny would that be?
Yeah.
And even go a little too far and bring Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, even though it's a different studio and everything, right? And it would not make sense. Bring her in to help do the musical number too. Like that'd be ridiculous. That would make no sense.
No,
but it's Deadpool, so it would make sense, But yeah, so starting off the movie, I was like the very first thing we see, I was almost concerned because I kind of was getting some of those made-for-TV movie feels,
Oh God.
His headphone fell out. Like almost like a Hallmark or like I was worried. I've been thinking a lot about that old Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen movie, To Grandmother's House We Go.
Yeah.
And like that's been stuck in my head the past few days for some reason. And like so I don't know if I was just preemptively thinking this is gonna not be well made.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it is a full-fledged movie. Like I honestly, when we ended it, I told Maggie I wish I'd seen it in theaters.
Yeah.
Like it was, it's perfectly made for it. Yeah.
It's great.
And so the fact that you can watch it on Apple TV Plus for free is phenomenal. Like, obviously you have to be subscribed to Apple TV Plus, but it's not like an iTunes purchase or something. And I'll say this, I think I don't have many more things to say before spoilers. So actually, before I say that, Maggie, what do you want to say about the movie?
All I can say is this: if this is ever out physically, I want it.
Yeah, totally. I want to be able to own this in one way or another.
No, I think that gives it away.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of anything else. I was blown away by this.
Yeah.
And just for me personally, I think this is like one of my favorite Christmas movies.
No, I'm with you. It's definitely in the rotation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I want to watch this every year.
Yeah. It's so good. It's so good.
Yes.
It's like, it's almost as good as Jingle All the Way. I'm kidding.
How dare
you. Better than that.
How dare you.
But no, oh man, you know what we should do? In December, we should rank our Christmas movies.
Oh, God.
That's what we should do. That'd be so fun. Oh, my God. All right, we're going to do that.
Okay.
I'm going to write that down.
Okay.
But yeah, anything else you'd like to say before? Okay. So the last thing I'll say is, as far as reviewing this goes, of course, in spoilers, we're going to gush over all the specific details. So if you have already seen it, definitely stick around. If you've not, though, and you're intrigued by what we say, check it out. I think this is well worth signing up for Apple TV Plus. You probably get like a 30-day free trial. So, at least do that. But, while you're there, also check out Severance. Also check out After Party.
Yes.
Also check out goddamn Ted Lasso. For fuck's sake.
It just wrapped on season 3.
And if if you're like me and you watch Charlie Brown every year, fucking Charlie Brown Christmas is on there too. You get a twofer. You get a twofer. So I think definitely, hands down, this is worth the price of admission. Go do it. Cancel it afterwards if you have to. But
yeah,
I loved it.
Yes.
I loved it. I think
Yes.
it's definitely check it out. Don't let it pass you by. All right. Ready to do spoilers?
ready.
Here we go with spoilers. Spoilers. I can't believe Ryan Reynolds was dead the whole time. Maybe not the whole time, just at the end.
Just at the end.
Dude. Okay, so I'm going to kick this off with a big spoiler. From me. It was a big spoiler for me. So we're watching this movie. And I don't know jack shit about this movie. And Will Ferrell starts alluding to the fact that he was saved.
Yes.
Right? And like we see like a little statue with like a top hat and stuff. And I look over at Maggie and I say, is he Scrooge? Like, is this like what happened to Scrooge like after A Christmas Carol?
Yeah.
And then but then they say something about like Charles Dickens in the real world.
Yeah.
And I was like, so I guess not, because like if they know Charles Dickens, then they know Scrooge.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, they can't really, and I was like, well, but maybe Charles Dickens knew Scrooge and wrote about it or something,
Yeah.
Or maybe Charles Dickens had been changed by Scrooge,
maybe.
and Scrooge told him his history or something.
Yeah.
So when they finally revealed that he was Ebenezer Scrooge, I fucking loved that so much. The fact that this is a secret sequel to A Christmas Carol is just so fucking perfect in every possible way. Like, it just made this movie even more lovable than I thought it would be.
And like I told you, I guess it's like halfway through the movie, or even at the end of the movie. I can't remember when I said this, but like, I remember watching the Santa Claus as a kid and thinking, man, this is so cool how they thought out about how this is how Santa Claus works, and this is how the workshop works, and the magic and stuff. And the way they thought outside of the box for this, just show the behind the scenes of the Ghost of Christmas Past, Present, Future.
Yes.
Oh, they only select one person a year to fix and try to figure out all their ticks and stuff. Like that to me spoke a lot, because I felt like a kid again, because this is new.
Yeah.
This is not the same story told over and over again.
They made a sequel to A Christmas Carol and it didn't suck.
Yeah.
Do you know how impossible that is? That'd be like if they made a sequel to It's a Wonderful Life and it not suck.
Yeah.
It's just impossible. I cannot imagine them pulling that off. So the fact that this works.
Yes.
And I love that. I love Ryan Reynolds' character in it. I love that he's almost refusing to change.
Yes.
But I love that at the end that the message is like, it's just one choice. Just do a little bit of good.
Yeah.
You don't. It's every day.
You can't be perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the fact that happens, and then of course, so fucking distraught at the end when he dies.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, like, while they were dancing and stuff, I was like, okay, well, the lady at the beginning, she like hit the ball. And then, everything froze and they talked to her and she had actually moved to in front of the ball and then the ball hits her, right?
Yeah.
So when they were singing and dancing, I was like, oh, okay, so he's not going to be in front of the bus when it comes back out. But then they go back to being in front of it right at the end of the song. And I was like, oh, fuck no. And then he got hit and then he fucking dies.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy fuck, this movie just went fucking hard, man.
Yeah.
Because, like, I love that fact that they were like, even though it was right at the end, like you made that one right choice, and redeemed yourself as a human.
Yeah.
And like all the stuff, the Will Ferrell song about being forever unredeemable, cried my eyes out. Holy shit, man. That was powerful.
Yeah,
like,
it was.
Dude.
Oh my gosh. It, like, him singing that, it was so, like, I don't know, may sound weird coming out as a sentence, but Will Ferrell has a really sweet voice.
He does. No, you're absolutely right.
He has a sweet voice.
He was doing like almost like Buddy the Elf.
Yeah.
Where he's very kind and lovable.
Yeah.
And like he's able to really bring that.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just how he acts. It's almost like a child's wonderment, But like, I mean, the fact that he was so heartwarming and lovable and yet had so much pain like at the same time about his old life, you know, and wanting more, and like that being taken away from him and stuff. But like all that's under the surface, you know, like it was just, he nailed it, man. And Ryan Reynolds, like going back through his life and him, you know, lying to himself, lying to us, the audience, that it's not having an effect. And then of course it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, we can't talk about all this without mentioning, I'm totally blanking on her name. Will Ferrell's love interest. I gotta look it up. God, she was fantastic.
Yeah, she was great. And she's been in a lot of stuff. Oh God, what is her name?
I'm looking. It's still loading. I'm sorry.
Okay. It's okay.
There you go. Spirited.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say.
It's hard to move on when we're trying to remember someone's name. Octavia Spencer.
Yeah.
Octavia Spencer is so freaking good in this.
Yes.
And then of course, Tracy Morgan.
Yes.
So I could shout out to Tracy Morgan. Fantastic.
As the ghost of Christmas future.
Yeah. It just points at stuff.
He just points at stuff. Don't let him weird you out or anything.
He says, "You got Christmas Carol, bitch." It's so good. Oh my God.
The guy who plays Jacob Marley, Patrick Page, man,
dude, he nailed it.
And
his song, and like Ryan Reynolds keeps interrupting it, so good.
Yes,
and the party where everybody's Christmas characters and somebody's Buddy the Elf. Dude, come on, man.
Yeah, there was so much going on there.
That's great.
I like that. Are they shit whispering me?
What's her name? Sunita Mani?
I think so.
But she plays the ghost of Christmas Past. I thought she was really funny.
Yeah, she was.
Like
she was a blast.
In a movie with both Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell, she totally held her own.
Yes.
She gave me some great laughs in that.
Yeah.
But honestly, I mean, everything in it, there was not one point in this movie that I was bored or that I thought was cheesy, too cheesy. Or like any music that I was like, I probably won't listen to this one again. Like literally the whole movie.
Yes.
Good Afternoon is going to be stuck in my fucking head for the next 3 months.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
It's too good.
Yeah.
And like that whole performance, that honestly, and that's where this stance comes from, right?
Yeah.
Like obviously they're not in those suits, but like this where they're doing that, you know? Dude, so freaking good. God. And it just ended perfectly.
Yeah.
The fact that he becomes a ghost, because, okay. So we were watching it, right?
Yeah.
We were watching it. And, you know, I was thinking to myself, I was like, you know, usually in this movie, like in movies like this, once the character like redeems himself, they find some sort of way to show that very front and center by having an impact on a relationship that we've seen.
Yeah.
Right. And, you know, typically it takes the form of a girlfriend or a wife or, you know, something like that. And like he had hugged his brother, but we really didn't know his brother that well.
Yeah. We didn't know Owen that well.
Yeah. And so I was kind of racking my brain. I was like, well, we've seen Octavia Spencer, but obviously that's Will Ferrell's love interest. So it'd be kind of weird to wrap up Reynolds' story with her. And I was like, so who could they possibly do this with?
Yeah.
And like it dawned on me after he died, and like the door opens and it's the white light, and I'm like, fuck, it's his sister.
Yeah.
Like she's the one that we've got to know the most as a reflection of his character.
Yeah.
So of course the way that we're going to see that he's changed is through the eyes of his sister. Mm-hmm. And the only way he can do that is if he's dead too, you know? Yeah. And like just perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. I cannot believe that they did that.
Yeah.
Like and nailed it so good. And then of course wrapping it up, it's almost like having your cake and eating it too, because you know he dies. Yeah. You know, so we get all of that. You know, and it was still worth it for him to die, for him to
that
change.
Sacrifice. Yes.
Yeah, it was still worth it. But then he also, you know, still gets to come around and hang out with people and shit.
Yeah.
I
like Jacob Marley, like Ryan Reynolds is trying to tell him, and Jacob Marley's like, nope, walk to the light, go with your sister. Go with your sister, walk into the light.
It's just been forever since I had somebody crawl up my ass so hard.
And I love Ryan Reynolds saying, you know, no, I can I'll do it. I'll do the job. You need somebody, don't you? And like it shows him changing everything rather than doing one person. Yeah, we're going to do multiple people. There's a lot of assholes out there.
It's perfect for his character.
Yes,
because that's still what he does. Yeah. It's just, I mean, they nailed it. I can't explain it anymore. Like, and then of course seeing Will Ferrell and Octavia Spencer and having kids, like, oh my gosh, just so beautiful, so perfect. Just
like how he's fixing that playground and he lets it
get off the shed. Obviously that's not what he says, but it's
you're making me drop the screws. And Ron Reynolds walks in. He's like, I'm sorry. It comes out every now and then. He comes out every now and then.
The kids run through him.
Yeah. He's like, it never gets old.
Oh my God, dude. I'd love another one of these. Like, I don't know what you'd do with the story. No. Probably nothing. It'd probably be a Men in Black 2 situation where it just wouldn't make any sense. Be like, oh, Will Ferrell's got to die again so he can save somebody else. Or, you know? No. Like, nobody wants that. It's perfect the way it is. Yeah. I really loved it. I'd love more.
Oh, no.
Even if it's not Will Ferrell, or even if it's like, you know, maybe Ryan Reynolds is going to try and haunt somebody, and you know he does bring Will Ferrell to help him, but like Will Ferrell's not dead.
Yeah,
you know, and like
Will Ferrell's there like while they're sleeping. He's like, I shouldn't be here.
I mean, it could be like Hugh Jackman or something. You know, the first person I thought of was what's his name? He makes the movies with The Rock all the time.
Kevin Hart. Somebody said,
Kevin Hart. That'd be great.
Oh, they said that if they do recast Black Panther, somebody said Kevin Hart
as Black Panther.
Yes.
Oh my God. All right, don't spoil anything about Black Panther. Yeah. So anyway, that's. I think that's all I got to say about it. It's perfect. I think if we gave ratings, didn't we at one time give ratings? Like, didn't we give scores at one point? Because I feel like I used to say 4 out of 5.
You used to do it.
Yeah. And I just don't do that anymore.
No,
I haven't done that in a long time.
No.
But I loved it. It's definitely, I would be shocked if it doesn't make at least the top 10 list of the year. I'd be shocked.
Yeah.